Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Commissioner meeting of May 15th. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we have approved the minutes from the May 1st meeting.
I will make a motion to approve the May 1st minutes as submitted.
I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we've approved the accounts payable vouchers.
I make a motion to approve the accounts payable vouchers as presented.
And I second that motion.
Any other discussion? No. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And approve the payroll docket.
Motion to approve payroll dockets as submitted.
I second that.
No other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
First up, we have Josh with some unsafe. Slide him over today.
Yeah, you want to eyeball them.
Well, we're here tonight to open up a couple bids that we got for the property out in Deputy. It's 3971 North 2nd Street, Deputy, Indiana, owned by Amy Jo Hazelwood Call. We discussed before about cleaning the property up and taking some bids on tearing the house down and getting rid of the junk around there. So got a couple bids here. The first one is from Gosman Construction Incorporated from North Vernon, Indiana for $10,500. You guys want to look at it? And the second bid comes from Coombs Excavating in Lexington, Indiana. And it comes in at $14,950.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna make it a pretty easy decision.
Yeah. It's quite a bit, but it's quite a mess.
Yeah, it is quite a mess.
And she's not living there, right?
What's that?
She's not still living inside of it, or is she?
Mike and I went out there last week on the 7th, and when we come by there, it has been sitting vacant for quite some time.
Just to let her know that we're coming.
Right, so at this point, anyway, within the last week, there's been vehicles there. I've had a couple neighbors call and say that they think they've moved in. DCS from Scottsburg called and said that they give them a change of address, that they're moving back in there because they got
Asked to
kicked
leave
out of where
from,
they was at.
asked to leave from the other place.
Yes, so, at this point, we'll probably have to move forward with a eviction and then sealing the property before we can move forward with the cleanup, so. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. Any questions for me? Continue to move forward?
Do you need anything from us
Yeah,
on this?
you
or-
need anything from us?
I don't think so at this point.
more.
I just need to probably talk to Pat and make sure we follow the next steps correctly and go from there. I'll keep you updated.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
We need to vote on the,
Anything on the other ones that we've had?
One I need to check back with, I haven't heard from, is Gray down in Brooksburg with the flood and all. I've kind of pushed that back,
Sure.
messing with it, but that's one that I think we probably need to follow up on to see what's going on. I know he's still got a boat The neighbors aren't liking that too well, but I haven't heard a whole lot, like I said, with the flood stuff going on, there's, you know, people have kind of backed off of that stuff right now. Anyway, I can't think of anything else right this minute. There's several of them that's going to the Plan Commission to, won't be coming here, I guess. Anyway, I can't think of anything else right this minute.
We probably ought to make a motion to accept the bid, so when you get there, you can move forward. May take a little bit of
So
time.
you wanna do that?
I'll make a motion to accept, Coombs's bid, or no, I'm sorry, my
Gosman
bad,
Construction.
Gosman's Construction for the 10-5.
I second that.
Any other discussion? If not, all those in approval, say aye. Aye.
Right.
All right,
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate what you're doing. Can't be too easy sometimes.
Sometimes it's not.
Yep. Oh, now we get let's do something before we start the department updates. I would like for you to do that if you would.
Okay. The Jefferson County Jail project, through the ACEC of Indiana 2025 Engineering Excellence Awards Competition, state finalists we were. We were represented by DLZ, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office and Criminal Justice Center was awarded this for the project. So if anybody wants to look at it.
Take a picture or not?
We can do it after. You guys go ahead and make it.
Okay,
We'll do that.
anyway, I thought,
Yeah.
quite an honor.
Yeah, and you got to attend.
No, I didn't get.
Oh, you didn't get-
No, unfortunately,
Yeah. Is that buying a car?
yeah. I was buying a treasure.
Okay, departments, let's see, who are we? Either end.
So did the check come with the award or just a little piece of it?
Unfortunately, no.
First thing, tomorrow's my wedding anniversary, so if you see my wife, congratulate her on 38 wonderful years being stuck with me. She's truly a winner in life's lottery.
Huey Lewis sung it best, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy to be stuck with you.
Yeah.
She doesn't review these meetings.
No,
right?
no,
Okay, you're, okay. There had to be a motive for that.
Did you read the paper there?
Yeah.
Don't forget to put that in there.
So, we talked before about the site for the animal shelter at the property near the jail. Concerns about any wetlands in that property. So I reached out to 2 environmental consultants about this. Long story short, we're gonna be required to do this wetlands delineation. I'm not sure exactly what all that entails, but they're gonna come and look at it and tell us if there's wetlands or not, and if we have to mitigate or not, and then we move forward from there. But anyway, the wetlands delineation is the first step. So Aquaterra Consulting out of Franklin, Indiana. So the 2 consultants, they took different approaches to it. Aquaterra, they said to come in and do the entire property, the 50 acres, would be roughly $8,000. But they proposed doing this reconnaissance level investigation where they'd come in, look at the sites we're looking at on the property, and then kind of take a superficial look there, decide if there's potential for wetlands, then go from there. If at that point we can study just those areas or look for other areas alternatively on the site. Three Rivers Wetland Consulting out of Fort Wayne, they just proposed coming in and doing the entire 50 acres for $6,700. They would deliver the delineation report. It'd be valid for 5 years. We'd know what we have on the property, any other future projects. We'd already know, we wouldn't have to ask the question again. So, personally, I like just going ahead and doing the entire property. It's a little bit more money up front. The other approach is kind of piecemeal, could be drawn out, whereas Three Rivers is saying they can come in and do it, and we might even have something by the end of June, so. So that's the two options. Any questions about it?
And also, you said the lady with Three Rivers is very familiar about permitting and all
Yeah,
that, so she
now this
can
would
be our,
include going through the Corps of Engineers permitting process, but that is a service she provides and be able to assist with that.
which we don't wanna learn.
Yeah, she said, you know, it's, anybody can do it, just depends on how long you wanna spend learning about Corps of Engineer permitting policy, so. It's more money, but I'd prefer to go with just getting the whole property done. We're good for 5 years. If we decide we wanna do something else on that property in a couple of years, we'll already know where we stand with leased wetlands, so.
I agree.
Do we know, I didn't, so 50 acres, that's the whole of
That's the
the
entire-
property, but
yeah.
the jail,
That includes, the
I know, do we need to do that again? Cause we did it,
we slipped through the cracks, so
we did.
nobody's saying anything.
Well, I don't, well, I mean, I think we purposefully put it where we did because
Yeah.
we
Because
figured,
it had been tilled for the last, what, 20?
well, that,
Yeah,
the, figured in the tree line was probably where, if there were some, it
Natural,
was gonna be there.
yeah.
So, I mean, if we reduce the
And-
acreage with that,
And that may be why, cause she did mention that, like ag land that's actively being used, there are exemptions. I don't know, I mean, wetlands legislation is crazy.
sure, I understand.
But when you're in ag land, it's different than wooded land, she said, so.
I mean, would it be any less if we did less of the property? I don't think
I
I was
didn't
asking.
ask, I mean, I can
Yeah,
follow up
just-
with her on that.
Just find out, cause I mean, there's no sense doing the jail property again.
I'll say at that price, I doubt she was going to, but I'll
Yeah.
ask her.
Yeah,
She's been very responsive.
north of the fence and west of the fence.
yeah, there's no sense doing, we
Well,
don't need to go in there and find out,
yeah.
whoops, you guys.
Well, it gets thorny, she's,
Boo-boo.
her being operating inside the fence line and things, so let's make sure we stay out of that, so
Sure.
I can talk to her tomorrow.
Sorry, I didn't know this was, I should have read the email, I'm sure you mentioned it in there somewhere. 50 acres.
So that's the two options, I don't know if you want to decide, I can come back to you after I talk to her.
Well, if you find that out, I mean, I know you're gonna be gone the next one, right? You'll be
When's the next meeting?
fifth.
June 5th.
Yeah, I won't be here.
Yeah, you won't be here. So if we need to move then, we can move then, even though you're
Okay,
cruising in Alaska, but that's
Yeah.
okay. You wanna phone in, will you?
yeah, I'll probably dial into the meeting.
Yeah, 38 years will be reset, all right. Sounds like you're sitting in the water, Brian. Yeah, when I decided to call in,
And the boat's sailing away.
I got sauce.
Okay, so yeah, so there's a summary, and I actually included her, Three Rivers proposal.
Yeah.
So you can read that, what else she would require. That's good, cause I have a couple follow-up questions, so we're gonna do this a little bit more, so it'll be good. I don't think it's anything significant, but,
Just to make sure.
okay. Other than that, everything's just plugging away. Okay, any
Thank you.
questions?
Yep, thank you.
All right,
Go on, we'll stay with the bees.
Oh, wait a minute.
Good evening.
Hello there, Brandon.
So this week we had 5 dispatchers attend Expect the Unexpected course in Charleston. We had 1 dispatcher attend the CTO course, that's the Center Training Officer. She got her certification today. She learned a lot and networked and really enjoyed it. Last week I attended the Area 4 IDAX meeting. We began to update our agreements with the state police and all the other agencies we run IDAX and CIC for. I've received a lot of records requests, like audio, CAD reports, a lot of requests for new addresses. I guess it must be building time or something. Monday, May 19th, I'm gonna be attending a Next Generation 911 addressing class in Plainfield. And then I will also be requesting a fund transfer next week for the CAD server move to progress that along. That's all I got.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll send you that. Yeah, no problem.
He's just getting too comfortable with this. I told him that the other day.
Yeah, I was a little uncomfortable there the other night. Thanks, guys, by the way.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
his birthday on Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
I tell you what, they know how to make you blush, I can assure you that.
I'm gonna watch you drink.
Well, you heard the announcement up there. I was like, what? I'll stay back here and hide, but
Well, you left the
He
room.
left, he got up and
I
left.
didn't even plan that, by the way, just so we're
Yeah,
clear. I did not plan that, but it worked out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Perfectly, you know, so,
It was fun.
yeah, it was a good time. I've learned some things there. I was kind of upset about some of the legislations that's been through, so, you know, it is what it is. But as far as the guys out there this last 2 weeks, man, back to me bragging on them, you know, you're gonna hear it every time, because they're killing it. They completed our, 175 West out there for CCMG. It's ready to go now. We're gonna have some, housing coming in there, so we gotta keep an eye on that. So if you hear some complaints about that, we know about it coming, so we'll be ahead of that. All of Canaan is ready now. Today we completed 975. Make sure I'm saying that right, 975, yes. We trimmed trees down through there, got that completed, so now the road is actually opened. We don't have tree limbs, you know, in the roadway no more. So that is completed. It looks really good. So if you get a call on that, you should have some happy calls, I hope. So, yesterday I rode around with FEMA and Indiana.
IDHS,
Yeah, IDHS. So we rode around, we went to every one of our slide areas and went through them. They definitely took notes, you know, so I'm very hopeful on some of that. We'll see. We're still finishing up FEMA paperwork, cause boy, they're moving along quicker than we can move along currently, you know. So we're still dealing with that. Today, I was out with Paul Eater from Dave O'Mara all day. We went, marked all of our roads where we start, stop on paving. Got that all marked up today. I'm hopeful that they'll be moving this week, or this way next week. They said something about, you know, they've been kinda slowed down by something called rain, I think it is, you know, so they're coming. I'm hoping by either next week or the week after they'll be moved in. I got them starting in the west side of the county, moving around, coming into Canaan area last. We're gonna start on, hopefully next week, on drainage in Canaan, cleaning up some culverts, reinstalling some new culverts, and getting them ready. Cause, it definitely needs it, and we're just getting ahead of that. Trying to think what else we got going on. Yeah, that's kinda where we've been. We did take a trip up to Decatur County last week. They invited us up. We went through their facility and learned a lot of valuable information up there. So we've been out networking with other counties, trying to help us understand a little more on, you know, maybe our, budgeting items, they's helping me learn a little bit on CCMG stuff, and it was very helpful, very informative. I wished I could have brought, you know, maybe Kristen from the courthouse with us there. If everything would have worked right, it would have helped a little bit of everybody kind of get on the same page a little better, I think. But it was very informative. So there's that, and then it's just been a lot of meetings here lately, you know, so.
Violytics yesterday.
Oh, yes, Violytics, so that's exciting. They was here yesterday, I am all about this is awesome. So he went over it all with me. What I'm more impressed with is our work order management. What it'll boil down to is, once we get it implemented, once we get everything set up the way we want, I can give you guys access to it, and you guys can come in and see what we have completed, what hasn't been completed, what has been called in. And there's the potential of giving an app to the public that they can take pictures and submit a picture of, say, said pothole or said tree limb in the road. And when they take it, when they open the app, it GPS coordinates it. So that will give us a quicker head start. We can say, oh, it's here. You just hit go and it sends you the map and it takes you directly to that area. So the logistics part of it is super exciting. The road network with it that they sign, that it's an AI based, of course, you guys seen that. That's super exciting, you know, be able to keep up with your roads and how they change month to month with the NDOT road closures and, you know, going down our county roads with major traffic. That like in Canaan right now, we could just run that road daily and say, hey, it's changed this much in a day, and then hold NDOT accountable for that and try to recoup some of the money to repair. So that's exciting. I didn't get to print out, I think he sent a quote today. I didn't get to print it off, so I'll get that all to you guys and make sure we're kind of getting on the same page and maybe we can work out a deal with them, so. But that's my exciting news for today, so. Other than that, I don't have anything else, so. I'll let Matt take it from here, cause hopefully he's got good news.
We're having good news, man, the weather reports come out too often.
Yeah.
No,
And, so if you didn't know, it's Jason's birthday today.
Oh,
So
right.
we'll let him.
Is it today or was it Tuesday?
It was
It's
Tuesday.
Okay.
You're late.
Well, I figure we missed out on it, so we'll celebrate with these.
Yeah, I was afraid I was gonna sing happy birthday.
Brandon will after you, though. So, and I'm glad you mentioned the state highway stuff, because I'm not sure if you contacted Hunter or had a chance to tell me,
I
get with them
haven't
yet, but so we made contact with like our contact through the state highway group, out of Seymour, and talking about the diversion, detour traffic, a lot of truck traffic, stuff like that, been on our county roads, so the state's gonna take a look at that, and so we're gonna try to work some stuff out with them, because we had some damaged areas and all of it, so. So I think we got a good handle on that, got a good start.
You have success in negotiating with the state, you may have a little more job things to do with your job, because I don't know that we do.
Well, I'm hoping that we can go the next two levels above us, the state and FEMA, so. Everything went fantastic the last couple of days. They were here like look all over our paperwork, to take a look at Jason's road situation stuff. They met with Jason yesterday morning. Then they met with, we met together with them, and Chris Hale came up from the city. There were two engineers that were here, who's been employed with them for a little while, so been around for a little bit. Great conversation, you know, it was really a relaxed environment, it wasn't anything contentious whatsoever, all that bit, so that went well yesterday, I thought. And I think, when Chris left, he thought the same thing. I think honestly, really, and he and I talked about this, and Jason had as well, I think the more that we work together, the better these things go, and this went really well for us, I think. And as far as getting paperwork completed and all that stuff, Grace helped, you know, Sarah's done her part, and Kim's done her part in the office, Brandon's helped kick in and do some stuff, all that bit. The team's coming together pretty well on the city side and even the county side, so seems like as much as the clock is always ticking on us, I think we really got most things captured. Kristen sent some stuff to me earlier. I'm gonna finish some of that stuff up tonight, get that submitted before their leave. The operations office is, one's in Clark County, one's in Warwick County, which is near Evansville. And so I thought I was gonna have to take a trip over there in the morning. We had a discussion on the phone, and I sent some more information Jason was able to get from some engineers. And so I think we're gonna be good. I hate to throw numbers, stuff like that out yet until they say, yes, this is what we're good at for, but I think that probably was it for the hiccups. I think the rest of the things will turn in maybe a little, just some questions about some minor things is really gonna be all. But I think our list is pretty full, and I think we're gonna be in really good shape by the time we get done with this thing, so. So it's nice to feel like the work pays off, and where sometimes it just didn't, so, at the moment, I think it's probably the best place to leave it, is just, and as soon as we know something, I'll shoot that information to you guys, so that you know what's going on. I can't thank everybody enough. I think the city and county both have worked great. Those guys have worked tirelessly. And I think they just do what they do every time that they have to do it. And you know, they don't get too much complaining from the guys. I'm sure everybody's tired, everybody's overworked and all that business, but we're getting through it. And great team and thrilled to be a part of it. I'm trying to think of anything else off the top of my head because we've been consumed with flood stuff. It seems like there's a couple other things I was gonna mention. I think the IXC something or other race is coming up this next week or so. Talked to those guys, they do have an ambulance that's gonna stand by like they did last year, so I think their plan looks pretty good. All the things we've asked them to do, I don't know if you're gonna talk about that or
Well, no,
not.
I
I'm sorry,
think
I
they
wanna jump the
had, I
gun.
think they had a race and I didn't get a call from my watcher. I had a watcher out there,
Really?
yeah, so I.
Well, that must be
Me
good
neither.
news then, yeah.
That's good news.
I didn't get a call either.
No,
It's
that's
the
good
first
news.
time.
That's good news.
No news is good news then,
That
all
is
right,
good
good.
news.
Well, that's good, we made some positive changes in
Sure
there,
did.
so that's good news.
It's good news.
I think that's kind of about it. I'm sure I'll think of something, if it is, I'll let you know, but it was like all things flooded right now, especially with them being in town and all of that. But the Curry today was fantastic. They actually, upgraded some of the damage assessment stuff that we had completed, and the state was with us to do those things. They thought that we really needed to do a little more for some of the people, so that was encouraging to hear from them, because typically it's the other way around. So it was two great teams we had, with two great teams we put together for a little while here, so I think we've all worked well together, and hopefully we'll get the payoff here pretty soon, so as soon as we know, we'll let you know. Anything else for me?
I haven't heard you mention snow for a while,
I know. You know what I'm excited about is like the Dagon Center report is gonna be sunny and 75 degrees outside.
What's your thoughts on tomorrow?
Yeah, so I missed the webinar this afternoon. They're saying that they upgraded the chains. I think the last time I saw, or last I looked, it was like 15%. I think they're up to like maybe 20 something. But I'm gonna send that slide deck out so you can see it in just a little bit, so. And, they sent me a link to watch the webinar that they had, so, if it's anything concerning, we'll put that stuff out as quickly as we know. So I think they estimate these things at like 15% chance. It's like, oh my gosh, this is like a big deal. It's like you're saying 15%, man. I mean, come on.
Well, they get here first.
Yeah, let's dial it back a little bit.
Close, yeah.
Or, you know, it's like we're losing over 15%, and what's gonna happen is like 20. It's like, wow. So, anyway, I think citizen-wise, like all the people we had interactions with have been really good. People that's had damage and stuff like that, I think everybody in Hanover Beach and our Brooksburg is very appreciative for you and you guys taking care of the dumpsters and Sarah making that happen, so, I think that the feeling from the people who were affected seems to be pretty well as well, so, we're in good shape. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Wow. Mike?
You guys like eggs?
Sometimes.
Yes,
Let's talk about Vital Farms.
is that who's going in on Canaan?
Well, we don't know yet.
Vital.
They have not applied for a permit.
Oh.
The Vital Farms is out of Austin, Texas. They're a conglomeration. I brought you guys some information. If you wanna kill about 2 hours, you can get on their website
Send me a free dozen.
and, no, you can go buy some at Walmart. Or you can order them from, Amazon.
Egg delivery.
They have not applied for any permits through our department. But we understand they have water and electric.
Already working out there, yeah.
Josh and I were out there and we saw them where they have done some land work, but nothing, no structural,
Yeah.
nothing structurally. Josh has been in contact, or someone's contacted us. I've got to call into them to get more information on what exactly they're gonna do. I've talked to Pat about them. To give you an idea, it's really almost, let me show you where the actual place is gonna be.
Almost ain't in our county.
Well, let's put it this way, it's a lot closer to Switzerland and Ripley County. So how far can you get without getting out of the county?
Yeah.
Right up here.
Right there, I know where that's at.
Yep, right up here. This is what we're talking about, right up northeast corner, right there. So, we've had some calls in the
Papa
office
Ridge,
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, Papa Ridge Road. The big issue that we're hearing, Jason,
Oh, I know already.
290-degree turns. So he's aware of semis. So that, you know, again, I don't know,
Could be a problem. I think the
Like
BZA would say.
semis?
well, they don't have to come before the BZA.
Why can't we do that?
They have less than 30,000 chickens. So if they're below the BZA,
So
It's
they
considered ag.
purposely
And if you notice, if you got 1.2 million, you can farm chickens. It's on their website. So they're really, it's almost, it looks to me almost, again, I'm not saying they're a franchise, but it almost sounds like a franchise to me. So, but again,
They
that's,
say it's not a
I
franchise?
haven't asked. I haven't.
The way they advertise, it's a franchise. I mean, it may not be serving.
I haven't crossed
What
that
was it?
bridge yet.
The local critters think about the 20,000 chickens there.
But Pat was.
Grocery market.
Pat was the attorney in Switzerland County when they came in before Switzerland County, so Pat's aware, and he's gonna do some analysis for me, and he's working on that, just to let you guys know. But, that's been, between the flood and this, and, some of the other activities we got going on, I wanna compliment Josh. We did, we call our Magical Mystery Tour this last week, touring the county. What do we got, over 40 properties?
Well, there's 43 or.
40 properties that are quote-unquote complaints on, and he's doing a fabulous job, as you guys know. And working hard, we're making some progress, some we're not making progress. So, but he's persistent, he works with the folks, and he does a great job, and he's a real asset. And Taylor backs him up and kind of coaches people and talks to them and gets the messages to Josh. So, I mean, I've got a good crew in there, and I appreciate what they're doing, but
I'm not sure what he wants.
but we're doing good. But we do go out together on these issues at least once a month. Of course, we didn't last month because of the flood, but and the roads are kind of hard to get around on right now. So, but anyway, I was at the and Brian was there too at the Serpic meeting yesterday, and we pretty well quizzed the traffic study gal about the traffic flow in Jefferson County, how it's crazy with 421 being closed and 56 being closed. The county roads are getting pounded, you know they're getting pounded. So I don't know if that helps us with road money or not, but I mean, she's got the data. If we need data, there's data on that map, and Brian was there, we looked at it yesterday, so that could help us with that, so if we have a lot of problems, so. But if you guys got anything for me, I just want to bring you up to let you know what I know about the eggs. That's what I know about them so far. And-
It's a hot topic at the Canaan Restaurant.
Well, and it's a hot topic on my phone.
Mine too, don't worry.
Are you getting them too?
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest thing is we need to be prepared. And I think the thing of it is, I'm gonna try to get some more information from them, exactly what's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen, and when it's gonna happen. We haven't got that information yet, so, because we haven't met with them. So I would like to hear something from them. Okay? You guys got anything for me? Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. Anybody else in the audience? I don't think there's anybody else left out there now. Got you two young ladies up on the end. Nothing to add, nothing to bring up. Dave? Nothing?
Negative.
Negative? Me neither. We got the thing from Josh Nichols yesterday, I believe. We gotta look at that. We'll try to research that and bring that up at the next commissioner meeting about the juvenile facility. We finally got a lot of data back on that, so it's a lot of reading. Yeah, that's all I have. I guess I'm done too.
I make a motion to adjourn, gentlemen.
Second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all.